And so it's Thursday night, and I actually had class in the morning. And he goes out with a lot of his friends, but he didn't bring his keys. And he comes back at about 4 a.m. and calls me on my cell phone saying he needs to get inside because he lost his keys. And so I naturally got up and did it, and I lost about 3 hours of sleep. And then again, he did it the next week, and he lost his keys, and he was out till like 4 a.m. And I let him in, and I go back to sleep, and he was pretty drunk, and I could hear him eating his chips, drinking his soda in our room, and I'm just trying to sleep, you know, like. And he left the next morning to go out of town, so I never got a chance to talk to him. And I was thinking about writing a note to him, and taping it on his wall right above his bed, you know, saying like, just my feelings. But we ended up talking about it, and it's all good. He hasn't lost his keys since.
That's good. So, do you think like talking about something is like one of the best ways for you to deal with conflict?
I don't know. That's a fine line. I mean, sometimes when you talk about things, it definitely stirs up emotion, but it like, I could say external emotion, but if things go unsaid, it can cause internal emotion because you're both thinking about the same thing. Why not just talk about it?
Honestly, like, the only real thing is just like one dude doesn't do his dishes ever.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty much it. I don't really say shit because like 3 of us knew each other before, and then he was just like the random one that got like tossed in. And so that's pretty much it.
Okay.
We do dishes all the time, so it's just like a couple extra hands. You know, not a big deal.
So, or if you like just like avoid talking about it, or if you were to approach him about it, do you think it'd make things
I don't think
better?
it does either. I think it just like makes the situation exactly the same every time. You know, like he probably doesn't recognize it as doing anything.
Do you think you'd ever live with him again?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. He's like, I mean, he's not exactly like my friend. You know, he's a cool roommate and everything. But you know, like I like to live with my friends.
My roommate last year would just type like super loud at like 3 o'clock in the morning, like every single night, and it would wake me up all the time. So that was kind of a conflict.
Yeah.
It was like, it wasn't really that big of a deal in the beginning. It was like 3, but then I was really sick, and then it was like kind of a big deal. It was like 7. So we were just kind of like roommates, not really like friends. We didn't really have a relationship outside of that. So I mean, I didn't like her any less as a person because of that, but it just kind of sucked that I was always up at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Did you ever talk to her about it?
At first I avoided it, and then when I was sick, I was kind of like, hey, can you not do that? And she was like taken aback and like, why? Like, it's my room too, and I can do whatever I want. And I was like, all right, listen, just like 1 day a week at least, could you go do that somewhere else? So
you think that talking about it made it any better?
To an extent, I think if I had talked about it more, it would have gone away, but I kind of just let it go.
The only big problem we ever had was her birthday, and when I called her in the morning to say let's go get breakfast, she was like, nah, I'm like not feeling it. So she blew me off for like nothing, and she was attacking me because I was like, well, I didn't expect the feeling, because she said, oh well, how about you didn't realize what I wanted. And I was like, well, I didn't know you had plans. Like, I hang out with you. You know? I mean, if they can agree, if we can both agree to disagree, then that's okay. We just probably won't talk about it. So